Nike hoodies for the family starting at $19.99. Save 50% on Carter's for baby. And Sonoma Goods for Life bath towels are only $8.99. Plus, take an extra 20% off when you spend $100 or more. And get Kohl's Cash. This weekend at Kohl's. Select styles. Offer valid September 20th through 23rd with promo code SAVINGS. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Mike Lindell, the inventor and CEO of MyPillow, wants to give back to listeners. You can get great discounts on all MyPillow products if you go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special. Deep discounts on all MyPillow products like the buy one, get one free special on Giza Dream Sheets. All MyPillow products come with a 60-day money-back guarantee, 10-year warranty. Call 1-800-951-8175 or go to MyPillow.com. Click on the radio listener special. Use my promo code USA.
Folks, we've been talking about Relief Factor on our show for quite some time now. Do we guarantee Relief Factor is going to lower or eliminate your occasional aches and pains? No, we never make a claim like that. But what I can tell you is that the majority of folks who ordered the 3-week Quick Start Pack for only $19.95 go on to order more. Now, what we really like about Relief Factor is it's 100% drug-free. It's a supplement that's made up of ingredients that simply help your own body deal with its natural inflammatory response. For a lot of us, that's very important. Getting older, working outside in the warm weather, even exercising can cause frustrating aches and pains, or maybe it's the occasional back, shoulder, or hip pain that's bothering you. Relief Factor has helped us and so many of our friends, so when you think of it this way, is $1 a day too much to see if you can get out of some of that frustrating pain? To order this 3-week Quick Start Pack for $19.95 plus shipping and handling, just go to ReliefFactor.com. That's ReliefFactor.com. Let's see if we can get you out of some of that pain. Also, you can go to RickandBubba.com. Look under the sponsors button for a link.
Hey there, I have a question for you. Is your roof asphalt and does it look like it needs replacement? Did you get quotes and were you in sticker shock? Would you like to save not hundreds, but thousands of dollars? Did you call RoofMax? Well, call RoofMax with their patent-pending technology, which can add years to your roof without needing to replace it. And it's easy. You just pick up the phone for a free quote. Plus, they use state-of-the-art satellite technology to measure your roof. So, if your roof is over 7 years old, then you should call RoofMax today at 352-639-2777. That's 352-639-2777.
Hey, I didn't know it rained last night.
Oh, it didn't. Why do you say that?
Because little Johnny's in the backyard playing in that big mud puddle.
Did you leave the hose on?
No, the neighbor borrowed it yesterday.
Wait, is that the side where the septic...
Johnny, get out of there!
Having septic problems? At Mike Scott Plumbing, we can make those septic worries disappear. We can pump your septic tank, repair your drain field, and, if needed, even install a whole new system. At Mike Scott Plumbing, we don't take crap from anyone. We take it from everyone. 237-2888. Mike Scott Plumbing. If water runs through it, we do it.
Get it for less at the DIY Home Center outlet. Get top quality real wood cabinets the same or less than the big box stores are selling the cheap stuff. And that's not all. Drywall screws big box stores are $6.47 a pound. At DIY, only $4.99. Plus, DIY has the largest selection of mobile home parts and accessories anywhere. From carpet to doors, get the DIY supplies you need for less. The DIY Home Center outlet. We are your building material closeout store. 2191 Northwest 10th Street, just 2 miles east of I-75.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, this is Becky at Hello Gorgeous Salon. It's time to get that new look started. Let's get rid of those sun-damaged ends and faded out color and get into something rich and vibrant. Humidity is not your hair's friend. It causes your hair to capture moisture and leaves it looking dry and unhealthy. Hello Gorgeous is a certified Brazilian blowout salon. We can tame those locks, leaving your hair healthy and shiny with a Brazilian smoothing treatment. So let us help you make a great first impression. Call us today to set your appointment at Hello Gorgeous. Our number is 352-351-5358. Again, that's 352-351-5358. And don't forget, we also do men and children's cuts too. 351-5358. Hello Gorgeous is conveniently located in the heart of downtown Ocala. So call today and set up your appointment at Hello Gorgeous Salon at 351-5358. That's 351-5358.
Hello, gorgeous.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Buffett. Save the Manatee Club has helped to protect imperiled manatees and their aquatic habitat for decades, but there's still more work to be done. Threats from cold weather, red tides, pollution, and boat collisions continue to take their toll on the manatee. So let's work together to safeguard the manatees and the places they call home. Be the friend they need. Visit SaveTheManatee.org. Thank you.
you're having another great day and you have good taste tuning into WOCA The Source with Ocala Talks and Tom Schmitz. Well, 1 out of 2 isn't bad.
Welcome back to Ocala Talks. Halfway through a Monday edition of Ocala Talks. I'm your host, Tom Schmitz, and I want to talk to you a minute about a sports story that it transcends sports and just shows you the goodness of the human spirit. And it's even a better story because it happened between two Ocalans. But they're Ocalans that are at the top of their sport. The U.S. speed skating trials are going on in Petite National Ice Center in Milwaukee. They ended last night, but before they ended, there was already an Olympic gold medal gesture. A woman that I met here at this radio station in, I believe, 2014, Brittany Bowe. She takes the day, the week, and the month for her gesture. She relinquished her 500-meter spot to teammate, friend, and Ocala, Florida skate sister Erin Jackson. Now, don't worry, Bowe's still going to compete in the Olympics. She qualified in the 1,000-meter and the 1,500-meter after skating so well there, but now so will Jackson. In a stumble you're likely to see replayed thousands of times, Jackson finished at the third Friday with a stutter step that knocked her off her rhythm. Now, why is this important? Well, Jackson, according to, based off World Cup Series, because they skate year-round, according to World Cup Series, she's the fastest 500-meter skater in the world. But as you know, the Olympic trials are where you make the team. It doesn't go off your World Cup or anything like that. And she finished third, and only 2 go to the Olympics. So even though she was the world's best all year, that slight stutter cost her spot in the Olympic team. The only way she was going to make the team is if some other country dropped one of their skaters, unless Bowe gave up her spot, or one of the 2 girls that finished first and second gave up their spot. Brittany gave up her spot and said it was the honorable thing to do. She goes, I was going to do it the whole time. I just didn't announce it until after I got done with all my skating so I could concentrate on my skating. But now in my heart, she said there was never a question I'd do whatever it took. I just had to get through my skates first. No one is more deserving than Erin to go to the Olympics, so I'm glad she's going. Erin said, I'm beyond grateful and humbled. Now, Bowe 33 and Jackson 29, they've been friends for a very long time. They first met when Jackson was a foot shorter than Bowe and just 10 years old in inline skating. The first vivid memory of Erin is, if you remember she made the Olympic team in 2018. She was going with her hands up because she knew she was going to Beijing, remembering those trials. Jackson, for her response, was very humbled, said, I was given this gift from a very close friend of mine, and it would be awesome for both of us to be able to stand on the top of the podium in our races and just kind of share the moment. But in a world where people are usually out for themselves, if you know Brittany Bowe and you've met her, which I have met her here at the studio and everything, this is right up the kind of thing she would do. And the fact that these girls are from Ocala, they did inline speed skating, is how they trained, had to train year round for the ice skating, is amazing. And the camaraderie between these two is second to none. And Brittany Bowe's sportsmanship and her gesture is very humbling to the rest of the sports world, or it should be. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Customer searching for your services on Google will not
find
look. Your...
Somebody from Google searching for us, so let's just let them keep searching. 622-9622 is the number to call if you want to be a part of the program. You know, how great is that Brittany Bowe did that for her friend Erin Jackson? You know, the Olympics are lifetime dreams. And yes, I know Brittany Bowe's been there before. She's won gold medals before. But to give up your spot when you're the best in the world or something, you qualify as the best in the country. But she knew in her heart that Erin Jackson deserved to be on the team. This was the girl that was the fastest at the 500 meters all year through the World Cup Series. But, as you know, these trials are earned spots, and The final stamp on Aaron Jackson's 2022 Olympic trials will not be her stutter step. It'll be that she gets to go to Beijing and compete in the 500 meter because Brittany Bowe gave up her spot. That's something you don't see happen very often in sports. Very seldom do you see that. Tom Brady did it with the New England Patriots, taking less money to make sure people could give a good chance for New England to win. But this is an individual sport. You don't see people very often give up their chance to compete in an individual sport to make sure their friend can go with them. Good morning. You're on Ocala Talks.
Good morning, Tom.
Morning, Hugh. This is right in your neighborhood, Milwaukee, Wisconsin.
West Dallas. I grew up across the street from that wonderful skating rink, and watched a lot of people throughout my life go to the championships. You remember Jennings years ago?
Yeah.
Yeah. It was the family was a neighbor of ours, and he went all the way and got the big medal and stuff. That was quite a few years back, but it's been a wonderful facility. And it's a world-class facility, and people from all over the world practice and race on that particular rink.
Oh yeah, it's one of the best rinks for speed skating in all the world.
Exactly right, and I've even skated on it myself way back. But I believe the Pettit family are the ones that built that years back.
How great is that, though, as an athlete, Hugh, for her to give up that spot to make sure her friend gets to go as well?
Well, in these troubled times, boy, you just love news like that, and thank God for her. And let's hope we hear some more wonderful news like that in the near future.
And both of them from Ocala, a place, by the way, where we don't have an ice rink.
Yeah. I know, isn't that unusual?
they started in this world in inline skating at the roller skating rinks, and they still train there. By the way, in the off season, they still train at the skating rinks here on inline skates.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to them myself and see how they feel about the weather up in Wisconsin this time of year. I mean, it's great. It's an indoor facility, but it's you go outside, you know it's winter.
Well, they live on the ice, so they're used to the cold, I would think.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. It's certainly unusual that you have somebody that's from the deep south that would be involved in that sport.
And two of world class. Both of them are the best in their justifications, and they're both from Ocala.
Isn't that something? Yeah. Well, we'll be following their career, and let's hope they come home with some gold.
Yeah, I'm just looking real forward to this, and it really it shows you that even in these times of trouble and turmoil, there are still people that have great hearts and great intentions.
Exactly right. It's so good to hear wonderful news like that in this particular time.
So you're a big Olympic guy. You're a big Winter Olympic guy, being that you're from the winter area and everything. You a big ice hockey guy, speed skating, snow ski, and stuff like that.
I enjoy all sports, and I enjoy the Olympics, summer and winter. It's always great TV, and you're always rooting for your favorites and stuff. So it's I'm looking forward.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Hugh. My favorite Olympic sport, women's curling.
Oh my gosh, that's another thing that's big up there too.
Sweeping them brooms faster. Sweep them brooms faster.
Yeah, it's an unusual sport. I mean, in a way, it's kind of like bowling, but in slow motion.
The way they can make those stones move by putting pressure with the brooms or less pressure with the brooms, it's really art what they do.
It's a science. You're exactly right.
Yeah. So Hugh, I see that your Green Bay Packers, the #1 seed in the NFC, every game, everybody has to go through Lambeau Field to get to the Super Bowl.
Well, it's going to be rough for the other teams. As Lambeau Field it's a great place for the Packers. They got a great record up there, and they love the cold. And all these Southern football teams that come up, they got two challenges. They got to challenge a great football team and the elements. And
it hadn't been as hard a winter in that area as it normally is, but I have a sneaky suspicion. Come next week when they have to take the field, because they have a bye week this week. But come next week when they have to take the field, or 2 weeks from now if they win next week, I have a feeling the weather in Wisconsin will show up right in time for the Green Bay Packers to have an advantage.
It'll probably be what they call the frozen tundra.
The frozen tundra of Lambeau Field.
Right.
That guy from NFL Network, I remember he used to do that on NFL Network. It was not NFL, the NFL Films.
Exactly. You know what? Speaking of Lambeau Field, all during the late fall and winter, you see these other football teams playing in all different places in the United States, and their football fields look, not that. You go up to Green Bay, and that grass up there, it looks like it's the middle of summer. It's unbelievable. I know they got heating underneath it, and they blanket it over on top, but that football field is always in such wonderful shape.
They do have a heater system underneath it, and they keep it warm, but then when they know it's going to be 4 or 5 degrees, they shut the heater system off, let the ground freeze, so that the teams that aren't used to it have to come play on rock-hard fields. Remember, how young a man were you in the Ice Bowl, 1967?
I was 27.
Man, I was
born in 1940.
16-13,
Yeah.
the Green Bay Packers beat the Dallas Cowboys in what might possibly still be one of the most famous football games ever to be played.
Exactly, and I was with a bunch of
66,
friends.
by the way, 66, not 67. Yeah. It propelled them to the first Super Bowl ever. Right.
I was with a bunch of friends, and we had plenty of Miller Lite, and we had a great time to watch that game. And we had a bet before the game of calling the score and the closest one to win. I got the exact score correct.
Hugh, I don't believe you could have been drinking Miller Lite. You may have been drinking Miller High Life. Miller Lite came out in 1974, so I don't believe you were drinking Miller Lite then.
Well, it was Miller.
It was a Miller product. It was probably Miller High Life. You probably drank quite a bit of the champagne of beers, Miller High Life.
Champagne of bottled beers, yeah. And every once in a while we took a little, brandy's big up north, not down here. And so you always had to have a shot of brandy once in a while, which goes along real good.
First time I ever was intoxicated, Hugh, really intoxicated, I was 16 years old at my sister's wedding. And my sister's, she was married in, and one of her sister-in-laws was also my age. And we snuck 2 12-packs of Miller Lite out into the parking lot at the reception. Not Miller Lite, Miller High Life. And just got tanked on the champagne of beer at 16 years old.
I lived about, probably less than 5 miles from the brewery up there. And in my college years, the guys always got together. We'd go for a tour. And then at the end of the tour, you could drink as much beer as you wanted, So it was always a great thing to do.
And the funny thing about that night is we got caught in the parking lot drinking the beer.
Oh, no. Yeah.
Yeah, we had about 8 left out of the case that we had stolen. We were hammer drunk, and we got caught by my grandfather, my uncle, and her uncle. They laughed at us and said, "You kids got any beer for us?" and took the beer from us, and they started drinking it.
You know what? Great memories.
Wasn't that big a deal in 1981 that 2 16-year-olds were drunk on Miller High Life? Now it'd be a travesty. The whole world may come to an end now. But in 1981, just make sure you don't puke in anybody's car. That was what we were told.
Okay, well, I'm hoping for the Packers, like and we'll see what happens. It's interesting. The Vikings lost their leader, and the Bears lost their leader, and it's quite a lot of changes going on right now in the football league.
Well, and it was announced this morning that the Miami Dolphins fired their head coach.
Oh my gosh!
Well, today, the Monday before the playoffs is really the day that people start getting fired in the NFL. So it's going to come quick and fast today.
Yeah, like up here, the black and blue division. They're not kidding.
Hey, by the way, a division that is just as insulting as the NFC North is the NFC South. Yesterday, the Atlanta Falcons at 7-9 were trying to play spoiler to keep the New Orleans Saints out of the playoffs. And the New Orleans Saints were the visitors in Atlanta. Usually when you come to Atlanta to play, the Falcons' name's on one side of the scoreboard, and whatever your name is, the Giants or the Cowboys or the Packers, is on the other side. Unless it's the New Orleans Saints, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or the Carolina Panthers, who are all in the same division, when they show up to Atlanta, the only team name is visitors. They don't even acknowledge that they're there. Just visitors.
No, that's not being very nice. But that's football. It gets pretty rough all the way around.
It does, Hugh. Hey, thanks for the call, Hugh.
Okay, thank you. Take care.
Yep, we're going to take a break. We'll come back, wrap up hour number 2 of Ocala Talks, 1370 AM, 96.3 FM, WOCA, The Source.
Of all the questions you get asked every day, this is one you should not ignore. How much money in your 401k or IRA is actually yours? Not what its current value is, but how much of it will end up in your pockets, not the government's. Remember, you still might owe taxes on that money. Make sure you are not overpaying. Keep every dollar you are entitled to. Look, I know it's confusing, it's complicated, and it definitely is not fun. That's why at Pinnacle Retirement Advisors, we offer strategies to help make sure you're not paying more in taxes than your fair share. It's your money. You deserve to know what's at stake. Call our team at Pinnacle Retirement Advisors today to get started.